and we'll get this thing started. Um, so, my name is celebrity photographer Ty Waterman. I'm with the BKS Experience. BKS stands for the Best Kept Secret, and it basically means all of the things about you and other people that you wouldn't know unless you took the time to get to know someone. You know what I mean? But, anyways, I'm a celebrity photographer, and I've taken photos of so many celebrities, including your boy Diddy. So, I just kind of want to get on here. Um, I plan on selecting different photos and just giving backstory and on the photo or the person, and also if they got drama in real life, maybe talk about it. So in this case, I just wanted to go here and talk a little bit about Diddy, because everybody don't really know about Diddy. You think you know about Diddy, but you got no idea. There's some people still wondering, did he do it? According to the court cases, Diddy did it. But that's part of life, I guess. Well, not really. It ain't a part of life. It is what it is, though. Um, but yeah, so I'm just trying to uh, be more active on this platform. I'm currently on TikTok, not like right now, but I'm on TikTok. I'll be starting my Twitch soon, and also maybe some other platform. I'm not too sure what it is, but I think this is just the opportunity for me to kind of get out there and just talk about my experience working as a celebrity photographer, meeting people, and being at certain events. Like, I took this photo at a Diddy party. Yeah, I went to a Diddy party. It's true. I didn't go to a freak off, and I'm not mad about it. Originally, I was upset. I wouldn't say upset, but originally I went to this Diddy party. I took the photos. Photos went viral. I was happy, right? Then at some point around last year, everyone started finding out about the freak offs. I was on live and I was talking about it, and I said I was a little jealous. People mistook me for being jealous of, or not jealous, but upset because I didn't go to a freak off. So they think that I was saying like I'm a freak and I wanted to be there. No, as a photographer, hi, J Hoef Niete Wheaton. I think I said that right. Um, so, and let me know if I said that right, and where are you from? Because that is a very interesting name. So yeah, um, I got invited to the Diddy party as a photographer. You said stop yapping. What you want? I get drunk before and during work today. That's what's up, Brad Pitt father. Oh, should I? Oh no, I can't condone. I can't condone that. After, I don't know about during, but yeah. So bottom line is, as a photographer, I got invited to a Diddy party. I'm gonna tell y'all what that Diddy party was like. And then later on, after I did took the pictures, put them up, because this picture is old, but I took this picture. Later on, I found out about the freak offs, and I was mad because I didn't get invited. You know, it was like, why I couldn't go? Am I not beautiful enough? I don't know what it is. What I don't meet some kind of criteria, but this was like before I knew what a real freak off was. So for me, it's the thought of what a freak off was. You said that's gay. No, I am a straight male. That is not that. I am a straight male. I am I as a photographer, as a semi-journalist, I just was saying that I wanted to be there to document the process, not because I'm a freak. I'm not a freak. Um, and keep in mind, what we all thought was a freak off. Originally, we thought it was like at the mansion, different rooms, different themes. Like there could have been, you walk in, there could have been a room where there was like chocolate all over the place. You know what I mean? It could have been another one where it was like Greek theme or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Um, Charlie Jones, brother, your titles were too big. That's why you didn't get invited. I'm reading titles, but I ain't going. I think you sound like a hater, brother. My butt must stink. Crazy work TV. Now, that's crazy. Why would you even say that? Like this platform. I think you was at the Diddy party, crazy work. But no, check it. What we thought was a Diddy party, because we all thought it was just something wild, you know, and it turns out that a Diddy party was not that. A Diddy party was him, whoever his girlfriend was, and some most likely male adult sex worker, and a whole lot of baby oil. We're talking about 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That ain't the kind of Diddy party I want. I was thinking, or not Diddy party, but freak off. I was thinking it's gonna be all these women in there, you know. So that would have just been visually, as a photographer, that would have been great. Because imagine if I was at a freak off back in the day, the one that we thought was a freak off, not the fake off. If I had those pictures, I would have been in court because I had the evidence, and they would have said, "What what did you see?" I'd have been like, "Man, I walked in the one room, and all I know is I saw Jamie Foxx, and I was like, Jamie, what you doing here?" And Jamie was like, "I walked in just like you did, and I'm walking right out." I would have respected that, you know what I mean? You'd have seen some other celebrities, and you'd have been like, "Oh, yeah, I figured. I knew they was a freak. I knew they was a freak." You know what I mean? But that's not what a freak off was. There's one of his assistants that was hired, right? He's on one of the documentaries. Like, so there's a plenty of documentaries. You can go on Hulu, you can go on Peacock, you probably can go on Tubi and get the story. But Grizzly Edit says, "I love Diddy." Crazy work. You said the freak off will continue. My man G Tech, I'm assuming Diddy chasing a woman in a lot of baby oil. That's what's up. But yeah, so what happened was his assistant. So imagine being hired to be an assistant, right? In the beginning, you're going, "Hey, I need you to go get me a cheesesteak." You go get your cheesesteak, right? Hey, give me a bottle of ice cold water from the Himalayas. You make it happen, right? You go and you do that. You make it happen. It's Diddy. Then all of a sudden, the request starts changing. "I need you to go to one of those shops and give me a ball and gag." You don't question it. It's Diddy. You just do that. "Hey, call Johnson's and Johnson's and give me 20 cases of baby oil." You do it. You think nothing of it, right? But then Diddy starts saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Texas. Get me the best suite. Give me the best hotel. I want an isolated floor. Don't tell anyone. Put all the baby oil in there. Put the ball and gag in there. Hey, and give me some of them blue pills, some Red Bulls, and a carton of something, whatever." Right? This is the assistant doing all this, because the assistant is working for Diddy. The assistant's getting paid a whole lot of money. The assistant doesn't question it, right? So the assistant does that. He fixes the room up. He makes it nice, makes it smell good, puts all the stuff that he asked for in that room, and then he walks away, right? He might have a room in the same hotel on the lower floor. He might be up the street somewhere, and then Diddy texts him 8 hours later, 10 hours later, "Hey, go back to the room, clean it up." The assistant's like, "Clean it up? Why don't you got housekeeping? Get the housekeeping to do it." Diddy's like, "What did I tell you? I asked you to do it. I'm paying you, so you gotta go." Assistant goes, and when he gets there, it's baby oil. What Chris Brown say? From wall to wall, all over the place. It smelled like hot butt. It's crazy. That's what was described. Maybe not as dramatic as that. No, it was actually clean that baby oil, bitch. Yes. And I can only imagine like what it was, because it was even detailed by the assistant on one of the documentaries that I watched. I think it's the Hulu one that I watched. It was detailed that it started getting aggressive with Diddy, and it got to the point where one time he set up everything. So he set the room up. He brought all the things that whatever weird things that he asked for. I need green M&Ms. Yeah, just the green ones. Yeah, and I need a pack of gum, big red, you know, and you know, a thing of Gatorade, whatever he's asking for, right? And then the dude sets up the room and he's like, all right, I'll see you later. How long today? 10 hours? We're going to do 10 hours? And he was like, no, you ain't leaving. You going to stay. So in this room is Diddy. It's whoever the worker, that worker is. And I'm not talking about the assistant. I'm talking about the paid worker that participates in said freak off. And then the assistant. The whole time, Diddy's sitting in the chair. He might be wearing one of them weird masks that only got the eyes in it and no mouth. Or the one where the mouth is open. The leather mask, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he's just sitting in the chair watching all this. And he's just sitting there talking about, take that. Yeah. What? And then he tells the assistant to go and perform things with whoever the girlfriend was. And documented, there's two girlfriends. It was Cassie and it was a Jane Doe. On the documentary that I watched, and like I said, I think it was the Hulu. If it wasn't Hulu, it was Peacock. The second girlfriend was on there, but on the court case it just says Jane Doe, but she's in the documentary, and you can bet that if you want to go back and look. So that's what a freak off was. I didn't get invited to what I thought was a freak off, which, you know, here's the funny thing. Like, people want to judge what we thought was a freak off. And keep in mind what I'm saying, what we thought was a freak off. But there's freak offs happening all the time, and nobody looks or thinks about anything otherwise, because it's just adults consenting and being freaks, you know, and that's totally fine. You know, if you're not a freak, that's totally fine. I am not a freak. I'm very reserved. I just wanted to document it as a photographer. Okay. Now, okay, let's see. Any questions before I continue? Why is there, somebody explain to me what's this whole Lamar Jackson edit thing? Because somebody keeps I don't know what the fascination is. So Sports Duction says, is Diddy coming out? All right, I want to break that down, because people have seen like recycled videos of Diddy. So like, let's say Diddy might have been out at a party or a restaurant before he got locked up. People are taking a clip from those videos and saying Diddy just got out. They got videos with him and what's that dude, DJ Khaled, talking, and they're like, oh, he met with DJ Khaled as soon as he got out. Diddy is not out. Diddy is currently locked away in jail. They did not give Diddy bail money, a bond, right? So he can't post out. And on top of them not giving him a bond, what happens is his next court date is in October, and that's for sentencing. So he is currently not sentenced, meaning we don't know how much time he has. Now, when people are saying that he is innocent, he is not innocent. I'm gonna address what you just said in a second. I think I'm gonna address it. He is not innocent. However, he had a total of 5 charges. Of the 5, 3 were dropped. Not even dropped. Excuse me. They were like almost 20 charges. Most of them were dropped. Only 5 were kept. The reason being that was they had to be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was guilty of those charges. So the charges that they were throwing at him, they could not necessarily prove it. So they dropped them so that they can stick to the 5 that they thought they can stick to him, right? Of the 5 that they thought they could stick to him, 3 of them, he was found not guilty. We're left with the L. So the 3 charges are basically the RICO ones, the racketeering, which is basically they were saying that he was running a criminal empire on these freak-offs. They just couldn't prove enough evidence that he did that, and a lot of people feel that that was a bogus charge, right? Which I would kind of agree, because you couldn't prove it, and to think that he had some kind of empire built up where he had all these people working for him and trying to keep it quiet and all that, it's hard to prove. Now, yes, he did have an assistant involved, but they made it seem like that's what the whole record label was about and all this other stuff, which is not necessarily the case, and they cannot prove it, right? Then the other ones was for basically like trafficking, like sex trafficking, right? Saying that Jane Doe and Cassie were basically being abused and forced into 304 work. Chapapi Intermain. Hello, brother. I'm from South Africa. What's up, brother? How you living? I met Tyler. You know who Tyler is? You better know who Tyler is. He's from South Africa. No, he was convicted of only 2, not convicted of 3. So there were 2 charges for the sex trafficking, which was basically for Cassie and for Jane Doe. Both of those he was found not guilty of. Does it mean that he's innocent? No, it didn't mean that he's innocent, or you could say innocent, but it doesn't mean that he didn't do it. It just meant that they could not get enough evidence to stick those charges, right? So the 2 that went through was basically for prostitution in the sense of transportation. What does that mean? Well, it basically means that they found enough evidence to say that there was transportation of individuals with purpose of having a sexual relationship, right? And with that said, he was stuck with that, and those charges each hold a maximum of 10 years. So potentially he's sitting at 20 years. Let me address this dumb comment, and I just want to say, I don't mean dumb, but you said shut the F up, he's done, right? And then you said she will be out when she is 90. First of all, it's he, not she. Second of all, 3 of the main charges, which he would have had life and or had over 20 years, were dropped, right? He is in his 50s. He potentially can get 20 years. You add 50 plus 20, that's 70. So you said that whoever she is, will get 90. No, you're wrong. So don't speak and say stuff when you sound crazy. I'm just trying to like educate you, but you won't give me a chance to talk. I gotta talk, right? Was the call recording with his son real or AI? I didn't hear it. I got to check that out. And don't believe everything you say, because that's my point. A lot of people will look at a 60-second, 30-second clip and believe everything for the truth, and it's not necessarily truth. A lot of us are getting duped right in front of our eyes, and we don't know. You can hate me now. Listen, why did he have so much baby oil? Because he was literally a freak. He was trying to make everything easy. I could talk about that, but you know, it's detailed in a lot of the documentaries, and you could probably pull up the court case thing. But back to let me get to these charges. So the transportation, there is basically a conviction for transportation for Cassie and for the girl labeled as Jane Doe. Each of those charges hold 10 years maximum, meaning he can't do more than 10 years. He can basically potentially do 10 years for each and have to serve them back to back, meaning he do 10 years and then he got another 10 years. So that's 20 years. That ain't going to happen. I can guarantee you that will not happen. What's going to potentially happen is whatever his charges are, he's going to do them at the same time, right? So it won't be 10 and 10. It will be 10. If he gets stuck with 10 years, it'll be 10 years total. He'll do it at the same time and he'll be out in 10. I don't think that's going to happen. What I feel is going to happen is the judge may either make an example of him and give him a few years, and he'll serve them together. So if that few years is, we'll say 2 years, then he'll do 2 years. However, I don't think he's just going to walk. And the only way he's going to walk, which this is the potential, this is what people have to understand. By the time October runs around, it will be about a year that he's been locked up. Think about that, right? So when October rolls around, it'll be about a year since he's been locked up. So what's going on is, while he's in jail, you said nice glasses. Where did you steal them from? Your mother's house. You don't remember when I was over there doing what I was doing? I got them online. They met us. Yeah. So what happens is, he'll basically have been in there for a year, right? He's probably in there right now cleaning toilets with his toothbrush. He's in the mess hall in the mornings, setting up the the breakfast. He's in there for dinner, cleaning up. He's working in jail, so he's getting what they call behavior. So he's possibly going to get time plus good behavior served, right? Or time served plus good behavior. And then from what I read, he's doing therapy now. He's doing therapy. So his advantages by doing therapy is he can say, I'm a changed man. I'm rehabilitated. So you said, no, he's not cleaning the damn toilet. Can you imagine going to the bathroom and Diddy in there wiping the toilets with his toothbrush? My. I doubt that's the scenario. I'm just saying, he's doing stuff so that he can potentially get out. So he probably, let's say he gets time served, then it will be considered time served plus good behavior. If they gave him 2 years, they might knock off 6 months. He might have to do 6 more months, or they might say you can get out with home monitoring, the bracelet, right? So just about that. So potentially in October, Diddy might be free, but Diddy is not free. So anybody thinking that Diddy is free, he is not free. All right. So if you see a meme and somebody says he's free, he's not guilty, that's a lie. If you see a video of him with somebody, and that's a lie too. Let me see what some of these weird, not so weird, but some of y'all is just weird, you should really listen to the call recording. Not sure if it is real, but Diddy was telling his son to get rid of the pizza boxes. Probably somewhat. No, I doubt that's real. I have a whole doubt that's real, because people are trying to tie everybody to everybody. You know what I mean? You can fix a child. I'm not even gonna read that. He's not. Diddy is not on the RKelly list. I mean, he probably is, but that's not what he was convicted for. You said, I'm gonna get his cheeks. Well, you're welcome to go to the prison where he's at. I don't know which exactly one it is, but I want to assume that he's in New York. So head on to New York, and you can go there and go get them cheeks if that's what you into. I'm not into that. Jordan, how am I nasty? I'm not nasty. I'm explaining what happened, what's going on with the court cases. It's not me. It's Diddy. You said he getting ready for you. Yo, y'all weird. I need somebody to mod for me on this day, because it just gets weirder and weirder. Don't free Diddy. Listen, I don't think he need to be free right now either. I think he need to sit down and do the time. We're listening to you talk about freaks. I'm talking about facts. I'm just educating people about stuff. That's all. And I'm not. It ain't everybody weird. Like, the people that's being weird know they being weird. And a lot of these messages are being held. I'm not even reading that. People going crazy. Hello, just want to ask about the N-word pass is distributed. Well, if you send me $10,000, I can happily give you a pass. And I'll tell you where you can put it in order to activate it. He's in Brooklyn State Correctional Facility. If that's where he's at, then the guy that wanted to go get ready for Diddy, Have at it. Listen, they said not guilty on the big three, so the rest is time served. Yeah, thanks, Derek. That's pretty much what I was saying. Kyson says he gonna be going straight to Walmart to buy out the baby oil. Listen, when he get out, don't be surprised if Johnson's and Johnson stock goes up. It's distributed in person. Come get yours. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Fresh air. You can't go in there. If you go in there acting like you want to see him, they're going to arrest you. And then you're gonna go to jail for 6 months. Well, you'll be able to go in and see him. Pretty much. You said, hey, Diddy freak off lover. I'm not a Diddy freak off lover. I'm being real with you. They're definitely weird in here, dude. Just sent me a message. I see. I can't even read this. It must be mad you wasn't at a freak off. So if you're just getting in here, and I was talking about me, I was at a Diddy party. I literally was at a Diddy party. And if you don't know who I am celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BCast experience. If you like what we're talking about or not what we're talking about, whatever, that's fine. I get it. I'm just trying to educate people on like all the stuff that's going on. And I was just sharing my experience of being at a Diddy party. But if you can do me a favor and tap that screen, that way, get the likes up or whatever, because right now, y'all, but thank you. You can find me here. You can find me on TikTok. TikTok, I'm at BKS Experience. I'll be on Twitch TV starting soon. So if y'all want to join me over there when I start, I have less restrictions on what I could talk about over there. So that's going to be twitch.tv/BKS Experience. I am a celebrity photographer. I'm not a freak off lover. I just document life and things. I've met many celebrities from your boy Diddy. I've even met Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Cardi B, and many more, right? With that said, it's unfortunate that a lot of them have these crazy stories. And I just like to share my experience of meeting, said people. So this picture was taken at a Diddy party, not a freak off. I wasn't invited to a freak off. And keep in mind, when I was talking about it, I just said what we all thought was a freak off is not what a real freak off is. You said if he gets up, it was nothing more than a humiliation ritual, period. If he gets, I'm assuming you meant get out, but you said get up. And that could be. I love how the racists like to come in and make these comments. I'm glad y'all can't see some of these comments. You know what I mean? We got to do better. We got to do better. It makes no sense. America's cooked right now. You said I look like MF Doom. I thought MF Doom, doesn't he wear a mask? How I look like him? Yeah, but if he goes there, he's going to get arrested right off back, because they're going to know right off back he's coming to see him, and he's automatically going to get. I'm kind of behind. In this case, it is going on with the guy. He's not going to get charged with anything, because if this was the case, he would have been charged for it. No, he's actually charged for it. He's just not sentenced, right? You want to know who else is charged for stuff but ain't sentenced? That orange guy that people love. Yeah, the orange guy. It's a reason to use baby oil. Most folks be so ashy is necessary. Yeah, and it's probably cheaper than Astroglide. Buddy got plowed by Diddy. Your mom's name Buddy? What the hell? If you knew how the party was and didn't say anything, you just as guilty. But it wasn't. The thing is, keep in mind, Diddy party, right? Let me break this down. This picture is at a Diddy party. There are thousands upon thousands of people at this party. It was in a giant ballroom full of people. It was just like being in a regular nightclub. There was no freak off activities at said Diddy party, right? It was a celebration. It was people in there having a good time, enjoying themselves, dancing. Music was playing and everything, right? Diddy was not at the party at first, of course. He's in the back doing whatever he's doing. And then all of a sudden, they start playing Diddy music. Diddy comes out on stage and he starts shuffling, right? He's doing his little Diddy bop, as they call it, right? And he got his Ciroc in his hand and everything. He walks from there's like a VIP section on both sides of the stage. So he walks through his VIP section, he grabs his bottle, and then he comes over to the center of the stage, which is a huge stage, right? And I'm off to the side taking pictures. He walks up to me, he looks at me. There's a bottle in his hand, you can't really see it, and he takes the picture. Snap. And this is before, so this picture is over 10 years old. So this is before anybody knew about any of that stuff, right? So what happens is he goes and he addresses the audience. He's standing there, he's dancing, he's talking, and a bunch of streamers just explode out of the stage. And they go all in the air. There's this giant like cloth thing that comes down, and two women roll down from it, and they're like spiraling around. There's these big circle hula hoop looking things made of metal, and girls are like spinning inside of them. There's raised elevated VIPs, and there's like these dancer go-go cages in there, and there's dancers in those. That was the Diddy party I went to. I can't describe what anybody else went to, but back 10 years ago, there wasn't nobody talking about a freak off. Why? Because there was no such thing as a freak off for the public. When you look and examine the court case and you look at the records, before you try to accuse me and or say something, I'm not making this up. It was basically discovered that a freak off was just Diddy, whoever his girlfriend was, and a male prostitute, maybe a female, but most likely it was a male, right? Because all the people that came to court was mostly males, right? And there are going to be other court cases that Diddy is being sued for that involves those people. So just because he got off on certain things and certain things stuck, he's still going to be having to go back to court for that purpose, right? But what I'm just basically saying is what we thought was a freak off, and it wasn't a freak off. You know, it was even crazier. Arnold, what is wrong with you though? This dude is crazy, yo. I don't even know what is going on. Arnold he's the real freak. You said, hey man, don't have to explain yourself. We understand. I know you are. Maybe these people here just yeah, they are, you know. I don't want people to be like thinking something crazy. But listen, if you're new here, if you just pulled the seat up, I am celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BCast experience. Understand, and the reason why I chose this right off the bat is because I'm new to this platform as far as streaming on this platform. So I just wanted to give it an opportunity. I just wanted to get on here and talk about something that I know people was going to stop, because if I didn't have this background, if I had another background, I talked about something else, some of y'all would not stay, some of y'all would not be following, and some people, they don't believe it, they'll see what I'm talking about, and then they'll be like, oh, and they want to stay, you know. But I'm not just speaking randomly, I'm speaking because I was at a party, I took photos, I am a well-known photographer, especially in my area. And if you're not following me, please follow. If you haven't already, I don't know if there's a tap the screen, I don't know if there's like a like thing, whatever it is, because I can't see on the other side. But if you haven't already done so, please do so. Follow me here. Follow me on Twitch. That's twitch.tv / BKS Experience. I'll be going live on there soon. I think I'll start my first live in the beginning of August, and on there I'll be able to show you videos and clips and different things from a lot of the events that I went to. The next time I go live on here, I might do my RKelly story, being at an RKelly, not a freak off, so I definitely wouldn't be at no RKelly freak off. But I want to examine the similarities to their cases that people don't understand. So I plan on breaking that down and talking about the similarities of the cases, and explain why RKelly ain't gonna get out for a long time. RKelly, when somebody was talking about he's gonna be 90, RKelly will be about almost 90. Let's see, you said, I've been to a few Diddy parties. It was a privilege to get an invite. It don't matter who party you go to. If you stay after the party over, it's always a freak off. Don't matter who is it. Who yeah, I mean, generally, a lot of parties turn into freak-offs. It's just not to the level of disgust and that we thought. That's the part that's crazy. See, baby fam, you always oil up. You love baby oil. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you. Um, I'm just trying to pack somebody up real quick because they're being very racist. Y'all can't see it. Yeah, I can't see it. This is funny. Um, so I don't have any moderators on here as of yet. That's kind of also why it's crazy. I'm still trying to figure this out. Hopefully, I'll get some people to moderate for me soon. I just want to get on here more and find out, who's tapped in with me. Um, Diddy parties like to freak out. Don't start until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't think this man was around 4:15 a.m. in the morning. You said you're scared to go to sleep. I would be too. I would be too. James W. Is it pink? Um, no, I think your mom's was kind of brown last time I saw that. But hey, Brother Love is free and roaming the streets. Nah, Brother Love is in jail. Yeah, Brother Love, Diddy, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, any name you want. You said Diddy is still on top. You going to the RKelly viewing. What is the RKelly viewing? I don't know what that is. Um, Kelly tape still floating around. Yeah. Don't even look at it. If you find that tape, don't even bother to look at it. Like you gonna think it's cool that I done seen that R. Kelly tape, right? And then when the feds pull up on you, don't search for it. You search for it. That's actively knowing that you're looking for that kind of material. Don't do it. Don't do it. Disgust is to the beholder. If you get in facials back to back, it might be disgusting. Cassie approved all of the messages. Now let's talk this though. Remember, Cassie was his girlfriend. Jane Doe was his girlfriend, right? Check it. A lot of us be in these relationships and we have people wrapped around our fingers, right? Your girlfriend, your wives or whatever, and they'll be willing to do anything. What happens is, especially somebody of Diddy level, he's very manipulative, very controlling. He can be abusive, right? You've seen the video of him dragging her in the hotel that was hidden, financially controlling, financially abusive. There's a thing where it's like Stockholm syndrome, where you start to think you like certain things because the person told you, the abuse. You start to be in love with the person that's abusing you. You don't see life without that, right? These people, these women, were agreeing to certain things because they're thinking they love it. One. Two, there's a form of domestic violence going on, right? There's manipulation, there's mental, and there's physical. Three, Diddy could have easily said, I need you to set up the party. I need you to call. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And so when they read it back in court, it looked like she wanted it all 100%. Understand this. Cassie got paid off. She went to court. She took all the information. She went to court, and they settled. She got multi-million-dollars off of that. If he was completely innocent, he would not have settled. He would have fought her. Jennifer Lopez wanted to do freak-offs. Hey, that is quite possible. You said it's not wrapped around your finger. It's the fact that they're willing to make you happy no matter what. Yeah, Derek, that is very true. You said Cassie kept doing freak-offs. I don't know about that. I can't speak on that. Stockholm syndrome. Yep. What else? 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 Major League go cry home because he coming home soon. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. If he's not guilty of the sex tape, how is it illegal? Who are you talking about? So, because we're not talking about R. Kelly. Kelly, that tape is not legal whatsoever. And Kelly is still in jail. He's trying to do everything to get out. The next time I come on, I'll tell you what, I'm going to talk about Ara Kelly. So, this is the other picture. I probably got so many pictures from this party, but just to show you, the next time I come on, this will be the next topic. Um, Next topic will be Robert. We're going to talk about Robert. Um, this is from a concert that I went to, so we're going to talk about that. You said no minor on the tape. That tape was illegal before the trial. Yes, it was illegal before the trial. And if we're talking about R. Kelly, it was. There is a tape where there's a minor on it, and that's the tape that he said it wasn't him, it's his brother. He said it wasn't him, it was his brother. But guess what? His brother didn't go to jail for that. His brother went to jail because he was doing other stupid stuff that wasn't related to him. Um, she wasn't supposed to let her testify. I don't know what that meant, Derek, if you could elaborate. You said, I got a video of Ariel dad and mom trying to give her to Kels. Listen, Lord, footage. Get with me. Send me. Let's talk. Send me some links and stuff. I want to see it. I'm definitely going to be talking about him soon. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad, Derek. My bad. My bad, my guy. Here, take that. I'm just trying to figure out. I might do desktop next time. I don't know. I just gotta figure it out. But yeah, so back to Diddy. I'm only on here for a few more minutes. But yeah, so I this is interesting because I remember years ago I was working a 9 to 5, right? I was exhausted, and I'm sitting at my desk. I think I might even have my head down. And my boy calls me up. He goes, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "I'm going home to sleep." He's like, "Nah." He's like, "Pack the camera." He says, "We got a party." I'm like, I think it was like a freaking Tuesday night or something. Like, it was some off day. And I'm like, "What's the party?" He said, "It's a Diddy party." All right. And back then, you keep in mind, this is when everybody and their mother was drinking Ciroc. Everybody. Diddy was coming out with different flavors of Ciroc, left and right. Everybody was on it. You cannot deny that people were drinking it, right? And so this was kind of a promotional thing for that. It was like a birthday celebration. It was a whole lot of that kind of stuff. Busy passing the Cavassier. Well, I think after he saw what Cavassier was doing, he decided he wanted to get into Ciroc. So this is around that time. And yeah, so I got that call. I packed up the bags and went and just took the picture, and never realizing that the pictures would go viral. Reason why these pictures went viral is partly because everybody was like, "Oh, they're in a relationship." Them being Cassie and Diddy, right? Cool. But what the kicker was, I don't know if you could see this one. You can't really see that. Let me see if I can find another. I want to show you. The reason why the pictures went viral, and when I say viral, it went viral years later. It's because right there, her hair is shaved. Cassie, beautiful girl, very beautiful girl. And most women only do stuff like that Some is for fashion, some is maybe hair shorter than the other, whatever it is. But with her, in her case, it was alleged that Diddy abused her and made her do it because he saw a woman in a club or something like that, and he just thought it was dope, and he tried to get Cassie to do it. She didn't want to do it, so she was abused. You said they didn't charge him with domestic violence. That tape was supposed not admissible. Yeah, pretty much. They were trying to. Uh, if you're talking about the hotel beating, they were trying to use it to show that there was forced involvement, not for domestic violence or any other kind of charges for the violence, assault or any of that. And those might have been charges, but they wanted to use that footage to say that she was being forced. Why is that important? That's important because of the trafficking. You have to show that there was some kind of forced or unwilling participation in that matter. And she ended up setting a style with that haircut. Yeah, you said Don Diddy looking. Xavier. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, with the cut, that's alleged. You know what I mean? Well, think about this. And please look at this picture, right? When you look at this picture, he's showing off her cut. Usually, you don't walk around showing off your girl's like haircut. Oh, look, she got a new haircut, and he's like telling her to pull it up and do it. On one side, it's not cut; it's just all around there, right? And there's like part of her baby hairs is over the part where there's no where it's no hair, where it's already cut. That you know, Xavier, yo, you good over there, yo? You looking in the mirror talking all that? You said I know hundreds of women who got that cut due to this image. Yes. So this cut that happened, people were thinking it's iconic, it's fresh, it's hot. Oh, look what Cassie did. She's styling, but they don't know potentially and allegedly what happened behind the scene to make that cut. They don't know. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Xavier is being like real sassy over there. He's just I don't know something going on with him. He's making these wild comments. I don't know what's going on with Xavier. He just can't be trusted, I guess. Here, let me sit you down for a little bit. You come back tomorrow. All right. Um, Let me see any more comments. I am going to get ready. Being an ass. Yeah, he was. I'm going to get ready to pack it up, get out of here. Any last questions before I take off? My guy Derek says she was with Sean during his fire years as he grew into a billionaire businessman and he wasn't marrying anyone. Yeah. I mean, but also look at like the obsession with J-Lo. Dude got a type. Look at the Kim Porter scenario because they had the children, but he was still controlling of her to the point where he boxed out Albie Shore, who is his son. She's the mother of his son, in which Diddy said he's the daddy, the light skinned son, and there's alleged that Diddy might have had something to do with her passing. I say alleged, I don't know, but Albie Shore was perfectly fine one day, and then out of nowhere he got some kind of sickness, and he don't know what it was or how it happened. Wasn't no obsession with no J-Lo. No, there was definitely an obsession with J-Lo in regards to like how Diddy was for years around her. But remember, there was separation that occurred after the whole the nightclub incident where Shine got locked up and how he abandoned Shine. There's other bad boy artists that have so many stories and uh, stories involving that. You said they weren't the charges; those weren't the charges, though. Why we New York men? If we bag you, you just bag. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I get it. I get it. He was just bagging the best, but there was a whole lot of controversy and whole bringing her, and he was showing around. Did he like nice stuff on his arms and stuff like that? But this is the thing. Before I get off here, this is the thing that also should be addressed, right? Going back to freak off talk. Not that I want to go back to freak off talk. Three people involved in freak offs: Diddy, Cassie, or the other girlfriend, and some type of male sex worker. Think about this. There were times where basically it was Cassie and the worker, Cassie and Diddy. The whole time, every time, Diddy's sitting in a chair watching, and then sometimes Diddy is participating with the guys. Diddy gets free. The secret's out. Diddy was traveling on both sides of the streets at the same time often. You know what I mean? So musically, he tries to come out with some other stuff. People people judge. They judge. It's just like all the people running around here talking. These wild comments in here. Excuse me. Derek said she was holding the gun. I bet she was holding the gun. They came and got her the management. Yeah, they got her out of there. Okay, so what, he was in Caligula mode. Yeah. If you know anything about them wild Roman parties, they got some wild statues. You literally can go to like certain places and see some of them wild statues, and you see how they got down. Somebody taught this man what to do and how to do it and how to get away with it, and he did. So with that said, if you haven't been following me, Monica, hi Monica. If you're not following me, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, please follow. If you haven't tap that screen 1 or 2 times. I don't know if it's a tap. I'm saying tap because I'm so used to being on TikTok. But thumbs up, like this if you haven't already. I will be back another time. I don't know when, but it will definitely be this weekend. It's either going to be tomorrow or Sunday. We talking RKelly next. If you don't know who I am celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS experience. The BKS stands for the best kept secret. It's just about the experience of learning something new, learning about people and everything. I do more than the Diddy talk. I'm going to talk about all kinds of other stuff, other topics, show love to different people. So that's what it is. You said no one going to answer because they know he did Dunkin' them nuts style. I can't. I don't even know why I'm reading half this stuff. Link up. I'm about to start a podcast. I was at a lot of these events. Derek, let's do that, man. Hit me up on my socials, man. BKS Experience on TikTok. Follow me on my Twitch. I'm planning on starting in August, the first of August, I want to say. Twitch.tv/BKS Experience. If you don't know how to spell experience, I don't know either right now because my brain is but if you look up there somewhere, you'll see it. Monica says Zendaya should definitely play Cassie in the Diddler movie. Yo. Yes. I'm with that. I am with that. I can see Monica, especially after watching Euphoria. I can see that. Like, shout out to Monica. That was Monica Moicano's side piece. I don't know who Moicano is, but all right. So yeah, please follow me on my socials, TikTok. You can go to IG at BKS Photographs. I I'm basically trying to build up the social medias. But if you go on my pages, you'll see a lot of clips from different streamers on Twitch. I follow a lot of people. I interact. I mod for a bunch of people y'all may or may not know on social media. I clip for some of them. So I'm just just trying to get out there. So eventually, I start my own platform. I get out in front, and maybe people will be clipping me, good and bad. Something you just got to get used to. Listen, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm at, it is a bright and sunny day. It is beautiful. Get outside, get some of this fresh air. Don't let the world around you consume you, and don't believe everything you hear. Learn, do some research, get some facts in you, you know, along with some vitamin D from the sun. I mean, if you want the other vitamin D, that's a different story. You said Cassie once asked you to come into a hotel. Okay, tell me about it in the DMs. Well, with that said, I want to leave you with this. I need you to believe in you, because when there's nobody else around, at least there's one person that believes in you, and that's you. With that said, I have been celebrity photographer Ty Waterman with the BKS Experience. I'm up out of here. Please have a dope day. The comments, yo, I be trying to get comments be catching me. Can you spare a few dollars for food? Sure, I got you. DM